Well, today I'm in Calabasas, California. We're going to take a look, and I apologize for all the beeping in the background, but we're at the Celebrity Pet Cemetery, where a lot of the famous animals from different movie stars over the years are buried. So let's take a look at it. It's a little bit disconcerting when the first thing you see when you pull up here is beware of snakes. Now, not only are there stars pets buried here, there are just oddities of pets that are buried here. Like, take a look at this. This is K9 from Mars. I mean, it's really a nice cemetery as far as pet cemeteries go. It's one of the nicer ones I've seen. And you can kind of see here's one that they're gonna bury a pet at right here. Well, that's pretty deep. Boy, they bury them pretty deep. They must use a concrete receptacle or something. Well, now this is not a celebrity cat, but this is a celebrity in its own right. This is the grave of a cat, and you can see her right there, and her name is Room 8. She was born in 1947 and died in 1968. And I'll let you read this printout of it. You can freeze it and read it, but basically she kept visiting a room at a school that was Room 8, and the cat would only come around when school was in session, and then it would disappear when school let out. And this continued on for the entire time the cat was alive. And so they've memorialized it here in the Calabasas Cemetery. This is actually called the Los Angeles Pet Cemetery, but it's actually in Calabasas. But that's kind of neat seeing this. Quite the history that cat had. Now, up on this hill, looking down, we were just right down this way. This is where Room 8 was buried. But at this marker, this larger marker, so if you're down there by Room 8 and look up the hill, you'll see this marker, and this is Tawny, the American lion. And this is the one from MGM's intros that you see. And this is where she's buried. She died in 1940. Now, they've got horses here that are, you know, buried in fairly ornate areas that are, you know, were race horses, and it's just a kind of a spectacular thing. Like here's Dum Dum Cassidy, the most excellent cat. I think it's kind of neat that you can put your pets in a place where they're perpetually cared for. I'm a bird lover, and my cockatiel is like a member of my family, and I would love to be able to put her in something like this, because that'd give you a place to go to, you know. And that's the other thing. California is so smoke and mirrors. I mean, you know, what you think is real is not real out here, and it's the same way in death out here. When these actors die, a good portion of them are cremated, and you can't even go visit them. And if you do want to visit some of them, like at Forest Lawn, they won't tell you where they're at. And I think that's just a shame that the actors themselves have done everything they could to be known by the public all their life. And then in burial, they're forgotten. And, you know, shame on Forest Lawn for that. They won't tell you where anybody's buried over there. You have to hunt for yourself. And then some of the graveyards are not like that. Most of them aren't. Forest Lawn's the only one. And by the way, it's not that spectacular. You take a look at Forest Lawn, and it ain't much better than this pet cemetery. And it's one of the most expensive ones that these celebrities get buried in. So, or that they get cremated and have their ashes interred in. It's kind of interesting. This is a family plot of all, I don't know if it's a dogs or cats or what it is, that are all buried in the same location. Well, if you get a chance, stop by here. They aren't real helpful. I think if you go in the office and ask them where some of these locations are, they can tell you. But I don't want to go in there right now because there's a lady, it looks like she brought her dog in that's going to be buried. It's probably in that location that I showed you that had the open grave. And I'm sure she's pretty upset right now. So I didn't want to go over to the office right now. But somewhere in here is Rudolph Valentino's dog. He's buried in here. That was his prized possession. Steven Spielberg has a pet here. A lot of Hollywood people have their pets out here. But kind of neat to see. It's really well done. So if you get a chance, come by Calabasas and check it out. It's kind of in an industrial park. You'd never know it's here, that's for sure. But you can type it in to Google and it'll take you right here. So thank you so much for watching.